How to never get stuck in a closed guard ever again. You know this feeling. You're in closed guard, his legs are locked around you, he keeps pulling you down, and every time you try to posture, nope, right back to jail.
Welcome home.
This is where people keep doing panic push-ups, and now my energy bar is disappearing. Keegan thinks he's doing something, and I still haven't passed anything.
I am doing something. This is called winning.
No. This is called being annoying. Today, I'm going to show you how to stop closed guard before it happens, how to open it from your knees, and how to make him open it for you when you stand. Because before we can pass the guard, we have to get it open. You cannot pass a closed guard. You have to open it first. This sounds obvious, but this is where a lot of people waste energy. They start pushing and pulling, digging their elbows and trying to pry the legs open.
Please dig the elbows.
No.
It gives me purpose.
And it gives you arm bars, triangles, and sweeps. See? He already started shopping.
I saw a coupon.
My first job is not to pass yet. My first job is to get safe, get posture, and get the guard open. Then I pass. Posture first, open second, pass third. If you get that order wrong, Keegan starts collecting limbs. The easiest way to open a closed guard is to never let it close. A lot of people accidentally help the bottom person close the guard. They come in square, both knees down, hips close, and basically say, "Here, please trap me."
Thank you for your donation.
Exactly. Do not donate your hips to closed guard. When I feel him start to pull me in, I go to combat stance. Combat stance is one knee up and one knee down. This knee blocks his hips, and now it is way harder for him to wrap his legs around me.
Why are your knees being disrespectful?
Because they were raised right. Unless he's a Jolly Green Giant, this is going to be hard for him.
That feels heightist.
You are not even tall enough to file that complaint. So if we are in open guard, and I feel him throwing his hips towards me, boom, I bring my knee up. Now I am already in a passing position, and he never gets to lock closed guard. That is the best guard open, the one you never had to do. If your posture is broken, do not try to open the guard yet. This is one of the biggest mistakes people make. They are down here, their head is controlled, their arm is getting pulled across, and they start trying to open the guard anyway. That is not bravery, that is a donation drive.
I accept all donations.
No one asked. If I try to open from here, I'm giving him triangles, arm bars, sweeps, and basically the entire buffet. See, he did not even wait for me to finish the sentence.
I'm proactive.
You're a problem. Before I open anything, I need my head free and clear. If he has an overhook, I pop it off. If he has my head, I clear it. If he has wrist control, I can swim it away. Then I posture up. Now I can start opening the guard. Not before. Posture is not optional. It is the entry fee. If this video is helping you, do me a huge favor and subscribe. It is free, it helps the channel grow, and it helps us keep making detailed jiu-jitsu videos like this. Also, subscribe so I can keep teaching people how to survive people like this.
People like this are the backbone of the sport.
People like this are why beginners panic. Thank you for subscribing. Now let's get back to the technique. The second the guard opens, you have to recognize it. Sometimes I do not even have to open the guard myself. He may open it because he wants to attack.
I saw an opportunity.
I saw your guard open. A lot of newer athletes miss this. The guard opens, and they are still sitting there like, okay, what now? No. If the guard opens, that is your invitation to start passing. The opening might only last a second. If you feel it, go. Do not wait for a formal invitation. He is not going to mail you a card. This is my favorite way to open closed guard from the knees. First, posture. My head is free, my back is strong. I am not folded over him like laundry.
I fold laundry terribly.
We know. Now I grab the wrist on the same side as the leg I am going to lift. I grab this wrist because once I lift my leg, I do not want him reaching under it, grabbing my leg, attacking leg locks, or setting up sweeps. Nope. This hand stays home.
But it had dreams.
Dream somewhere else. If I pin this wrist to his body, it is much harder for him to attack that leg. So before I lift the leg, I control the wrist. This little knee turn makes the closed guard way weaker. Once I have posture and wrist control, I take my knee and I turn it slightly into his hip. That puts his spine out of alignment. If I stay straight, he is strong.
I feel powerful.
Enjoy that. It's about to end. When I turn my knee into his hip, his body is twisted. And now the guard is easier to open. This is one of those details that feels small until you try it. Then you realize, oh, that was the whole problem. The biggest mistake is bending this leg. When I lift my leg, I do not want it angled like this. If my leg is bent and I push his knee down, I'm just smashing his leg into my own leg. That is why people feel like this move doesn't work. The move works. Your leg is just in the way.
So the call is coming from inside the house?
Exactly. The problem is you. I want this leg straight up and down. Now when I push his knee, his leg can slide straight down my leg. Bent leg means stuck. Vertical leg means the guard opens. This is a tiny detail, but it changes everything. Do not try to open closed guard with your triceps. My hand goes on the inside of his knee, but I'm not doing a tiny little arm push. That is not going to beat someone squeezing with both legs.
These legs have goals.
And I have leverage. Instead, I lock my elbow out, lean my body to the side, and I use my core and my body weight to drive the knee down. That is why it feels effortless. I'm not trying to arm wrestle his closed guard. I'm using posture, alignment, a vertical leg, a locked out arm, and my body weight. That is what opens it.
I would like to appeal.
Denied. Opening the guard does not matter if you let it close again. Watch what happens if I open it and then just sit here admiring my work.
And we're back.
Exactly. I did all that work for absolutely nothing. So once it opens, I move immediately. In this case, I brought my knee over. We have another option. I could work towards double unders. The pass can change, the rule does not. Once it opens, start passing. Do not let him close the door you just kicked open. Here are the exact steps to open closed guard from the knees. Step 1, posture. My head is free and clear. Step 2, grab the wrist on the same side of the leg I'm going to lift. Step 3, lift my leg and turn my knee slightly into his hip. Step 4, make sure this leg is completely vertical. Step 5, hand inside the knee, elbow locked out, and I drive with my body. Then once it opens, I move. I do not admire it. I do not wait for applause. I start passing.
I was not gonna clap anyway.
You were busy losing your closed guard. You want the guard to open by itself? Stand up. This is the super simple hack. When I stand, a lot of the time he's going to start opening his guard on his own because now he thinks he has options.
I do have options.
You have bad intentions. He wants my ankles, he wants a sweep, he wants a leg lock. He thinks he's about to do something cool. And that's fine because the important part is this. He usually has to open his guard to do it. I did not open his guard. I made him open it for me, but I have to be ready because Keegan does not open his guard out of kindness.
Never.
Never stand in closed guard if your head is still controlled. If he has my head and I stand up, I am asking for problems. This is armbar city.
Population, you.
Briefly, then we reset. So before I stand, the same rule applies. My head has to be free and clear. Once my head is free, now I can stand. If he does not control my head, the armbar threat is not the same. Now I just have to be ready for sweeps and leg attacks when he opens. The second he opens his guard, I back myself out. When I stand, I already know what he wants. He wants to grab my ankles. He wants to come underneath me. He wants to attack my legs or sweep me, so I do not stand and freeze. The second he opens, I move and I back myself out. Clear the legs, and now I am ready to pass. Standing works because I make him open the guard, but I am already prepared for what comes next.
I almost had you.
You almost had a chance to start. These are my 2 favorite ways to open closed guard. If I want to open from the knees, I posture, control the wrist, and lift the leg. Turn the knee into the hip, keep the leg vertical, lock my elbow, and drive with my body. The other option is make sure my head is clear, stand up, and get ready for him to attack. Either way, the order stays the same. Posture first, guard open second, passing comes third. That is the whole system. Now you have 2 reliable ways to open closed guard, plus 1 way to stop it before it ever closes. Use combat stance early. If you get stuck, get your posture back. If you open from the knees, use wrist control, knee turn, a vertical leg, locked out arm, and your body weight. If you stand, make sure your head is free first, then be ready when they open. We are going to be making a lot more videos like this, so I want to know what you want to learn next. Drop a comment and tell me what position, submission, escape, or problem you are struggling with.
And if your problem is
You
closed
just
guard,
watched the video.
so now it's a you problem.
Be nice.
A technically correct you problem.
We'll see you in the next video.